Hello all and welcome to Duplicate Success International Monday Night Webinar. Today is Monday, November 21st. My name is Randy Crebs, Executive Goal Director from Salt Lake City, Utah. I have the distinct honor of introducing the host of tonight's webinar. He is a very well-respected business leader and mentor in this industry. You'll definitely want to have your pen and paper out, sitting up, paying attention, and taking notes as you learn how this industry expert continues to build his business successfully. He has achieved the rank of Emerald Director within our company. He is a co-founder of Duplicate Success International. He is an amazing leader, mentor, and most importantly, I'm very proud to call him my son. Jared, are you on the line?
I am, Dad. Thank you for the great introduction. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, welcome everybody to the webinar. It's really nice to be with you on Monday night. I want to give a big welcome to our new team members who are just on their very first webinar, maybe who started their business this past week. And I want to just remind you all of our team DMO, and that stands for Daily Method of Operation. In any business, you have a method of operation, right? If you owned a Subway sandwich shop, you would be open on certain hours, you would make your sandwiches a certain way, and everything was done on a particular method. Well, in this type of business, we also have a DMO, and it's very simple. And if you can do these three things every day, you will be successful. Number one, use the products every day, AM and PM. Be a product of the product. Have a great story. Number two, do your 2-2-2 for the day. That's 2 new presentation videos sent out, 2 follow-ups with prospects who are on the fence, and 2 calls to existing team members or clients. Number 3 is 15 minutes or more of personal development material each day. That's reading books, listening to audios, or being on webinars. And that is really the most important part, because if you're doing your personal development, then your 2-2-2 always goes a lot better because you have a lot more skills. And of course, the products every day kind of takes care of itself. So, but if you do those 3 things every single day, you are going to be successful in your business. And they say inch by inch is a cinch. It's easy to do these things, but it's also easy not to do these things. It takes discipline, diligence, consistency. But we have people at all different areas of life working and doing their DMO, from people working 70 hours a week in corporate jobs to mothers of 5 children. We have everything in between, college students, people from all backgrounds and all walks of life who do the DMO. And we're going to actually recognize the people who did the DMO this past week, because you can tell because they're actually enrolling new people and changing new lives. So let's get right into this. And the team recognition, it's going to start off by welcoming the new clients. So I want to give a big welcome to Geneva Balch, new client introduced by Lillian Galdiano. Way to go, Lillian, and welcome, Geneva. Also, big welcome to Helen Thompson, new client introduced by Lillian Galdiano. Nice picture there with Harry Connick Jr. That's pretty awesome. Also, welcome Jen Galdiano, new client introduced by Lillian Galdiano. Wow, way to go, Lillian. No wonder you were top in the United States. Also, welcome Mike Tello, new client introduced by Lillian Galdiano. Wow, Lillian. Also, welcome Marcial Gutierrez, new client introduced by Byron and Carmen Olaya. Big congratulations, Byron and Carmen. Way to go. Also, welcome Jaime Marmentini, new client introduced by Byron and Carmen Olaya. Awesome job, Byron and Carmen. Welcome Jacqueline Castillo, new client introduced by Rodolfo Olaya. Way to go, Rodolfo. Very proud of you. That's out of Colombia, actually. That's exciting. Also, welcome Eduardo de la Torre, new client introduced by Rodolfo Olaya. Another new client from Colombia. Wow, exciting. Way to go, Rodolfo. All right, so now we're going to recognize our new associates who just started their USANA business this past week. We're going to start by recognizing Jacob Dion Borrego, Pleasanton, Texas, new associate introduced by Carlos Gomez. Way to go, Carlos. Welcome to the USANA family, Jacob. I'm not sure if Jacob is on the line right now, but if I actually don't think he is. But next week, when he is, we definitely want to hear from him. Next is welcome to Gloria Medina from San Antonio, Texas, new associate introduced by Lillian Galdiano. Dad, I believe Gloria is on the line. Could you unmute her for me?
Your line is now unmuted.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Awesome. How are you, Gloria?
I am fantastic.
Great. Tell us a little bit about your business.
Um, as far as like what I do for a living or the business that I just joined with Usana?
Both.
Both. Both. Okay. So I'm a business owner. I own a salon in San Antonio, Texas, named Automy. It represents passion, love, and unity. Um, I've been in business for about 14 years, and I love it. Um, I'm excited about joining Usana because uh, it's just, it seems like it's not only um, positive, but I'm always looking for things to make myself better, you know, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. So I feel like Usana is a great addition to my life, and I feel that I can also spread my knowledge to everyone I know and everyone I deal with.
Awesome.
Awesome.
We have a lot of
Feedback.
Okay, Gloria, I'm sorry. We had to mute you. I think we had feedback because of an iPad issue or an iPhone issue. I'm not quite sure what device you were on, but thank you for sharing. We loved hearing it. I'm very excited to get to know you better and be a great friend and also work together in USANA. I declare that we help a lot of people and change a lot of lives. And you're in great hands with Lillian Galdiano. So thanks again, Gloria, and thanks for introducing yourself. We will talk to you soon. All right. Now let's get into some special recognition. We actually have an associate that is celebrating her 10-year anniversary with USANA, Sherry Bender. And Sherry is from San Diego, California. And she is actually on the line. And this is a big treat for all of you because, whenever you have an associate that's been with USANA for 10 years, they have an awesome story. Sherry's also a silver director in our team. And she is just a lifelong friend. She's become really family to us over these last 10 years. And so, Sherry, thank you for being on the call. How are you?
Good. Thank you, Jared. That was a great introduction. Hello, everyone.
Yes. So tell us, Sherry, what has USANA, what was your life like prior to USANA, and what's your life been like in your health and every aspect of your life since you've been with USANA over these years?
Well, I have to say, I'm a nurse, so I've been in healthcare. I was a nurse, a brand new nurse when I first met Viola, and she did a presentation for me in her home. So I can't believe it's 10 years.
Wow.
And I've been using pretty much the different products ever since. I'm a huge advocate of health and wellness, and started going to convention, started attending the online trainings from Jared, using the development that Jared talks about every week, not only just for USANA, but also just the personal development that he mentions. I have to say, I feel like I'm definitely a product of the product. I hike almost every day. I've gotten into road biking. I rode, I think, 500 miles last summer, and I've probably done another 500 miles since the end of July. So I'm pretty active. Because I'm a nurse, I also cross a lot of paths with people who aren't super healthy or they don't really know what to eat, or and I find that USANA has something kind of for everyone. So for someone who's really interested in a business where you can help people as well as a business that you can be super successful in, I feel like this is just the way to go. I order the products consistently. I'm on auto order every month. I don't know if I feel like I've been on auto order forever. I kind of have anxiety as I'm waiting for the products to come and arrive in the mail. I'm super excited about the new products that have come out. Really excited about the changes made to the shakes. I'm a little bit of a science nerd, so I'm happy to be a resource if anybody has any questions about anything, and I can help you out or share a story with you. I have a lot of stories from USANA, the ways it's helped me, people I know, family members specifically. So I just encourage everyone to know that you're on a really good path. The company, to me, has a lot of integrity. That was super important to me, to align with a company that that I felt really was an advocate for the people within, and as well as reaching out to help others. So you're with a really quality company, and yeah, I'm very blessed to have found the Krebs many years ago, and I've continued on the path, and I just wish everyone success, and I hope you're all here in 10 years too. It's really been a game changer for me in terms of my own wellness and my own mental wellness as well. I think just being around all the positive people that I've met and have befriended in USANA. So thanks a lot, Jared.
Of course, my pleasure, Sherry. And one last question. What's been the biggest
Sure.
health benefit for you over these 10 years?
Wow. I'm not 19 anymore, and I can still get on a bicycle with a road bike in California with 4 gentlemen, and I can often pass them up a hill. And I don't think that would be possible if I didn't have all the increased awareness that I have. I'm more than 40 years, let's just put it that way. And I'm doing I'm just out there enjoying myself, being super active, and I'm also able to bring this information to other people too. So, if you've got a goal, whether it's to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 30 pounds, or whatever your goal is, to feel better, whatever your goal is, there's something here for you. So I think that's probably the biggest thing, Jared, is it's really helped me kind of take control of how I want to move throughout the day, I think is the best way to put it.
Awesome. Well, Sherry, thank you so much for sharing your story on the webinar. Thank you for being such a great friend and family member. It is so awesome just being your friend and
thank you.
Every convention. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, good luck to everyone, and thanks so much for all that you and your family do. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. All right. Thank you, Sherry.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so moving on, we have top 25 preferred customer enrollers. Betty Meyer, way to go, Betty. Four in last week. Very good. Also, number 19 in the United States market, Lillian Galdiano. Way to go, Lillian. I love the cowboy hat, by the way. It's fabulous. Very proud of you, Lillian. Keep up the great work. Also, top associate sponsors, number 33 in the United States market, Renee and Megan Martinez. Beautiful. Way to go, Renee and Megan. All right, special announcements. So with special announcements, the free optimizers are through December 23rd. So if you buy a bag of shakes, then you get 2 boxes of free flavor optimizers for your shakes. So remember, a bag of shakes gives you 14. So this would basically be all the flavor optimizers you need. That's a $14 value. So load up on your bags of shakes right now, because once that expires on December 23rd, then you have to obviously buy them again. But I'm loading up, that's for sure, because it's a really, really neat deal to get those flavor optimizers. Okay, so now we're at the Track WAPnWin incentive, and if you're brand new and you're wondering what this is an incentive we're doing within our team, and this is basically the scores through week 12. Now this is the last week, and right now in first place is Carmen and Byron Olaya with 93 points, Stephanie Giles 90 points, Carlos Gomez and Renee Martinez tied at 88 points. It's really anybody's game to win. This is the last week. Big congratulations to everybody whose name is on this board, because that means you've been working and diligently tracking your numbers, which puts you in a different class. And if you're watching this right now and you're like, well, what is this competition? How can I be involved in it? Well, basically what it is it's based around going to our event in Las Vegas, which is in 2 weeks, in this December 1st through the 4th. And you get points. So you get so many points for enrolling people. You get points for having a promotion in your business, for registering, for making your binder, for enrolling associates, etc. And so when you get these points, the people with the most points wins cash. And we're looking for consistency, not perfection. And you don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep track. And people who track their numbers and plan their work and work their plan, they make a lot more money in this business. They help a lot more people. And so this is a critical part that we want to reward the people who are doing this. So the first place prize is $200. The second place prize is $125. The third place prize is $75. However, if you go to Las Vegas, if you make the trip, the prize doubles. If you take first place, it's $400. If you take second place, it's $250. And if you take third place, it's $150. So obviously, going to Vegas pays. Not only will you get trained by the top people in our industry, but you can also be one of the top cash prize winners. So we're going to basically be finishing this WAPnWin incentive this week. We'll probably be doing another one very soon. So all of you who have not gotten a chance to participate will get a chance the next time around so that you can go for it. But basically, it's all about helping others. And we've put beast mode on because really when it comes down to it, if your paycheck just is a way to keep score of how many people that you are helping. And that's really the best way to think about it. It's not about me. It's about how many people I can serve. It's about we. So beast mode on. Congratulations to everybody who's participating. And I want to encourage you who are not participating to get in with this and have some fun with it because that's all it is. It's fun and doing the things that we'd be doing anyways to build our business. And lastly, before we get into the training, just a friendly reminder, when you enroll somebody, make sure you add them to the USANA clients page. You add them right there and you put a picture and you make them feel special and important. That builds loyalty. It's very important that you do that. When you enroll a new associate, make sure you add them to the Team DSI page, Duplicate Success International, and you add them right there. And then you go ahead and make the post here. And then also please comment. When you see somebody who gets welcomed, can you please comment? Just put welcome or do something to make them feel special and important. It's really critical that your new person feels the love of our team, feels like they're part of something special and different. And, people love recognition and they don't get enough recognition in their daily life. And we provide that because we really appreciate our team and all of our clients. So please comment, make everybody feel special and important. Lastly, when you enroll a new associate, add them also to Hybrid Solutions. This is a group of thousands and thousands of USANA associates around the world. The other pages previously are just on our team, but this page is actually more of a public Facebook group. So you add them here and you can also make the post. And if you ever need a story, you can search the group in the search group function. You can search for an allergy story or an asthma story or whatever you want. You can find stories there. Okay, guys, so now we've made it to the training portion of the webinar. And so we're going to take a 5-second pause, and then we're going to get right into the training. We have a really good one ready for you on the 15 laws of growth in action. So we will talk to you in 5 seconds. Text my dad. Did you get it from my dad? Hello, my name is Jared Crebs. I'm pictured here with my wife, Crystal, and our dog, Tasia. We're located in San Antonio, Texas. We're Emerald Directors, co-founders of Team DSI, and today's training is on the 15 laws of growth, the 15 invaluable laws of growth in action. And this is a book by John C. Maxwell. This is his latest book. It's already a New York Times best-selling book. And this book has tremendously improved my business. It's helped me become a better business person, a better contributor to this planet. And I want to share with you some things that we've learned since we've been applying these in action. And the first one, before we get started, I want to show you the difference between being growth conscious and goal conscious. All right, so here's a graph. And if you're taking notes or if you're listening, and you have a pen and paper, this is a really critical one. This is one that I learned from really life experience, but basically there's two ways you can be. You can be goal conscious or growth conscious. If you're goal conscious, your focus is on the destination. If you're growth conscious, your focus is on the journey. If you're goal conscious, you're motivating. But if you're growth conscious, it matures people. It matures you. So it's better to be matured than to just be motivated. Goals are seasonal. Growth is lifelong. All right. So again, we want to be growing lifelong. just like what Gloria said earlier. Goals challenge people, but growth changes people. And when the goal is reached, we plateau. But when the goal is reached for someone who's growth conscious, we keep growing. And I can just say that if I reflect on the past 11 years of building my business, it's been the growth that's helped me become a man in this line of work. It's been the growth that's helped me. Yes, the goals have been great, but the growth really is what is the determining factor of who you become. So I want to encourage you tonight to be, and not just tonight, but for the rest of your USANA career, to be growth conscious. Focus on the journey, not the destination. Focus on maturing as a person. Focus on growing lifelong for the rest of your life. That will change you, and when you reach your goals, you're just going to keep growing because you're growth conscious. All right, so there's 4 things to remember about growth. Number 1, growth is the only guarantee that tomorrow is going to get better. That's true. That's the only guarantee, not getting older. Getting older does not guarantee that tomorrow is going to get better, but growing is the only guarantee that tomorrow is going to get better. Number 2, growth means change. That's it. You have to change. Things have to change. Things change anyways. But if you change intentionally, you're in a position to where the change doesn't hurt you as bad, right? So we have to change intentionally. And then growth conscious versus goal conscious. We have already gone through that one, but it's very important to be growth conscious. And then number 4, growth is joy. There's something very joyous about growing. You know, they always say you're green and growing, or you're if you're not growing, you're dying. And that's so true. It's like you can't just stay stagnant. If you're staying stagnant, you're really, decreasing and not growing. So I want to encourage you guys to grow. Growth is joy. There's something very joyous about this process and working together, helping others, growing together as a team, growing together as a community. And so the training tonight is about the 15 laws in action. And this is a picture of Holton Buggs. He's actually a network marketing top earner. And he shared his story on the John Maxwell 15 Laws of Growth webinar. And I was taking notes, and literally, I think I took about 15 pages of notes. And literally, his training brought me to tears. Like, his training was so good, like, it brought me to tears. And I'd never been in a training that brought me to tears. And so I needed to share this with you guys because, oh my gosh, he has so many good things. So I'm going to basically be talking about the Holton Buggs story, and that's how we're going to do this training. So when he first got up there, he's like, people always compare this industry of network marketing. Sometimes they say, I can't tell if this is a business conference or this is a church conference. And he says, well, Jesus was the number one network marketer. Jesus was a marketer, and Jesus, built a huge organization, and he sent them in twos, just like a binary compensation plan. But some went 12 wide because he also had 12 apostles, and he just was kind of drawing all the similarities between the story of Jesus and this network marketing that we're in. He even had a person quit, right? We have people quit in our business, and that happened to Jesus as well. He also had a weekly meeting. He said, we're gonna do our weekly meeting on Sundays. We have our weekly meetings on Thursdays, but and Saturdays. They had an orientation. We have a getting started training. He had a Bible study. We call that weekly training, and quarterly revivals. We call those destination events. And he built an organization of how many hundreds of millions of people. Best organization on the planet, right? One of the biggest organizations on the planet. And so it was just funny how he kind of drew the similarities between what we do and the path that Jesus took. And it really is about impacting other people's lives. And I could say that was just a really cool thing that he said. The other thing that I learned from him is that the subconscious mind cannot distinguish fiction from nonfiction. So whenever we watch like a movie that's scary, our mind can't actually figure out if that's real, or our subconscious mind thinks that it's real. So it's really important what we say, and it's really important, what we, how we talk. And he also talked about how he's not a super organized person. He just can't do it. But he had to be okay with being him. And that's the thing I want you guys to do in your business. Be okay with being you. You do not have to be like me. You do not have to be like Holton Bugs. You have to be like you, and just be okay with being you, and that you can succeed being you. I'm not perfect. No one is perfect, right? We're all sitting on secrets here. A lot of times you might webinar, or you might see, someone, like right now, for example, on this webinar, you're hearing me talk, and you might think, oh geez, this is the person talking right now. This is the perfect me, right? This is Jared, and this is like, I'm looking good, but I have problems too. I don't always get along perfectly with my wife. I don't always have like everything together. I don't have that. Like, nobody does. But we get up here and we try and pretend like we're so great and perfect, and you got to be like that to succeed. No, you don't. You just have to be you, and you have to overcome your challenges and become better and better. But I guess that the main thing I was hearing about is, what, Holton Bugs is a normal guy. I'm a normal guy, and that's okay. And that's how we can all, be real with each other and still succeed. So at the very beginning of his business, for the first 7 years, Holton Bugs did not make a profit. He had lots of tax write-offs, he says. Literally 7 years, he says he had 49 people in his organization over 7 years cumulative. Okay, it wasn't 49 in all 1 year. It was over 7 years cumulative, but he still stayed excited because he believed he could do it. And, he did not miss an event for 25 years in network marketing. He never missed an event for 25 years. Like, we were just talking about Sherry being in for 10 years. Imagine being in for 25 years and not missing a convention, not missing a regional quarterly event, not missing a webinar, not missing anything. Network marketing gave him the freedom to adopt his niece and nephew. I guess something happened and with one of his family members, and he had to adopt his niece and nephew, and now he's able to take care of his niece and nephew, and that's so cool that network marketing gave him that option. So getting back to your word, be very careful what you say to your group. Be very careful what you say to your prospects. Be very careful what you say to your wife or your husband or your spouse, your significant other. Be very careful what you say to your children. The subconscious mind takes it literally. And when he was growing up, he talks about how his mom, he grew up in a nice family and everything, but he said that his mom kind of, told him, don't be a big mouth, only talk when you're spoken to, and, kind of told him to shut up a lot. And like all that was, he thought that his mom was helping him respect his elders, but what it was really doing was killing his self-image. And it was killing his confidence. So when he got in to start his business, he had all these confidence issues because of all the self-image bashing, quote unquote, that he had gotten over time, over growing up. But he got out of that, and he got out of that by working on himself. He got out of that by using affirmations, by reading books, by listening to personal growth and development. And he said that if you basically, he's a slow reader but a fast listener. So I mean, it's important to read, and we read books, but listening to audios is one of the best things you can do as well, because you listen at the speed that the audio is going by. And so he said he listened up to 20 hours per day. He was doing personal growth all night, all day. He says that he believes that at one point in his life, he probably was listening to more personal growth and development than anyone else on the planet. 20 hours a day. He would go and he would actually sleep with a little tape recorder playing personal growth and development underneath his pillow, and he would hear personal growth and development while he was sleeping. He just consistently worked on his mind and worked on his thoughts and worked on his thoughts until he created a new reality. Today, Holton Buggs makes literally 6 figures per month, not 6 figures per year, 6 figures per month. But he worked on himself. And one of the things that he said that's very important that you share is share how hard this business is. Don't mismanage your people's expectations, especially the ones who want to have a business. Don't make it sound like it's going to be all easy and all, a cakewalk. This may be one of the hardest things you'll ever do, but it will be worth it. And, you can never eliminate fear, but you can gain courage. You never eliminate fear, you only gain courage. So it's all about gaining courage and getting to that point where, yes, the fear is still there, but the courage is so much bigger that it just doesn't matter no more. And one of the things that he said on his talk was, as he did personal growth, as he listened, we say to listen to 15 minutes a day, right? And like me personally, I listen to about an hour a day between audiobooks, between reading, between being on webinars. I do about an hour a day. But could you imagine listening to personal growth 20 hours a day? Shout out to Rene Martinez. I know he listens to like 3 hours a day when he's at work. Maybe that's why his business is growing so fast. But 20 hours a day, that's awesome. But over time, since he kept doing personal growth and development, kept listening to audios, kept feeding his mind the positive reinforcement, his numbers started to improve. And things started to happen for him that were positive, and he started to actually help people get started and retain leaders. And one of the things he says is when you start enrolling people and you start getting people started, death is just as important as growth. A lot of his bad habits died away. He worked on his belief system, his paradigm. He eliminated income-reducing words. Income-reducing words started to die. It was replaced by certainty. I'm a grower, I'm a leader, I'm a planter, but some will die. You guys got to know that. Some of these prospects, I'm not talking about die literally, but, they're going to quit. They're going to sign up. They're going to be associates. They're going to tell you everything. They're going to go to some events. They might even go to convention, and yet they will still quit. And you got to know that. Some will die. It's just part of it. But remember that the next leader will be bigger than the last one. And you got to keep being a grower and a planter because some will stay. So keep altering those beliefs, and the actions will change. And I like that because the actions come from the beliefs. So here's what really blew my mind, okay? Holton Buggs didn't start to have really crazy breakthrough success until 18 years after he started, okay? So remember, the first 7 years he didn't make any money, all right? And then let's say 9 years after that, he was making decent money. But when it hit year 18, he got into lifestyle money. And that to me is personally an inspiring thing. I'm in my 11th year. We make a full-time income. We're doing well with our business. Our business pays our needs and gives us more at the end of every month as well than our bills. But sometimes I would get discouraged, like, oh, why ain't I diamond yet? Or why aren't I further along? I'm just talking about my personal story for a minute. But, when I heard Holton Buggs say that, 18 years, and then you know what else he said? He said, nobody knows when it's gonna pop for you. Nobody knows when it's actually going to turn into a big income. So nobody knows the time frame in which it will pay off. So you have to keep pumping. You have to keep your hand on the pump. And so when he says that, you keep pumping, and it's like your mental biceps. You get strong. Sometimes you get a splash of a result. Keep pumping. Lillian Galdiano, keep pumping. You enrolled 4 clients and 1 associate. Don't celebrate. Keep pumping. When the skin goes away, the calluses come back, right? So you're pumping real hard. You're doing all this work and you're tired. Well, then you have to switch hands and pump with the other hand and give your other hand a break. you have a spurt and then you celebrate. No, you can't celebrate and pump at the same time. I've been guilty of that. When we became Emerald Directors, I think we celebrated probably another month after we went Emerald, and you can't celebrate and pump at the same time. So keep pumping, guys. Don't celebrate, accelerate. And when you start to make that extra $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month, pay off your cars if they're not already paid off. Pay off all your credit card debt. Set aside 1 year's worth of money, and then go full time with USANA. Don't do it on just hoping that you would make the money. Make sure you're taken care of financially. The other thing that he said was, don't believe the press. When you start to get successful in USANA, everybody starts talking about you and how great you are. And I'm warning everybody on this webinar, don't believe your own press. He says, I'm not as good as my income. And stay humble. Keep pumping. And if you keep pumping, you're going to experience the law of decreasing responsibility, meaning that your business is going to grow and the work is going to lessen because your team is growing and the leadership is happening. He also said, every day, wake up and make an intention to impact somebody's life in some small way or big way. Don't ask for a return, just give. And that's like a prayer, he said. And I've been doing that ever since I saw this webinar. As I pray every morning, God, please help me make a difference in someone's life today with my business and also with my finances. Help me to give. And I've been doing little things like I was at a restaurant and I bought the meal for the person next to me. I was at a Starbucks. I bought a Starbucks for the person behind me. I've been doing little things like that ever since I saw Holton Bugs, because I want to practice being more generous. And it is so cool. Generosity is one of the most beautiful things. And, he talked about radical generosity, like huge, crazy generosity. Like at the point that he's at right now, he gives, to get this, like every December, he'll do things every day of the month of December. He'll go into a restaurant at the busiest time of the season, like the time of the day. And he'll go to the manager. He'll say, here's my credit card. I want you to put everybody's meal on this credit card. And he'll literally pay for everybody's meal in the whole entire restaurant. And then no one will know he did it, and he'll walk off. And he'll just be happy and excited. And people are just like freaking out because their meal got paid for. The whole restaurant. Like he'll go into a store and like where there's a bunch of stuff on layaway. He'll buy everything on layaway and he'll say, give it to the people who had it on layaway. He'll just give like that. He bought his mom a house. Like cash. He surprised his mom. He had his mom go house hunting with somebody for their house. And then when she came back, I guess they went and visited another house that she had liked for a long time. And when she walked in, all of the family was there and said, surprise, this is your house. And his mom had never owned a house before. And like things like that type of generosity is just so inspiring to me, being able to give at that level. And it's just not something that we get from a traditional job. You can't give at that level. But with network marketing and with USANA, you can give at that level. You just got to keep pumping, and you got to keep pumping multiple years. And you have to have a bigger vision than just getting your auto order paid for or just making $500 a month. You got to have a vision of being able to not only provide for you, but provide for many, many other people and give and make a difference. And that's like one of the biggest contributions we can make, is being a giver that way. He also gives to his church. He gives, he does so much. Anyways, he's just a tremendous, tremendous person. He shared with us some of the affirmations. He says, he would read these affirmations every single day. So if you have a pen, I want you to write these down. I wrote these down, and I've been saying these affirmations, especially this one. Successful people are always calling me to personally sponsor them into my business. Every day I read that. Every single day I read that. And I say it 10 times. Successful people are always calling me to personally sponsor them into my business. Successful people are always calling me to personally sponsor them into my business. And That's a great affirmation. He also has this one. People follow me easily and effortlessly. People follow me easily and effortlessly. People follow me easily and effortlessly. He also says, everywhere I go, I am a people magnet. Everywhere I go, I am a people magnet. Everywhere I go, I am a people magnet. Next one. People can't wait for me to come into the room. People can't wait for me to come into the room. People can't wait for me to come into the room. Next one. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. And when he was talking about affirmations, I was like, oh, wow, this is so cool, because I've been saying affirmations throughout my whole 11 years. And that's one of the reasons I think I've gotten to a six-figure income, is because of my affirmations and visualization. And when he started saying that, I'm like, wow, I'm on the right track. And so I want to encourage you guys, if you're not doing that, I do it every morning. I go and I brush my teeth, and then I have my affirmations there in the bathroom, and I read them 10 times in front of the mirror. And I only have about 4 or 5 of them, but I read them in the mirror, and I look at myself, and I put myself in that mind frame like if it already happened. And that puts me in a good mood, and then I go out about the rest of my day. But I want to encourage you guys to do that, because those little things make all the difference. That's like the slight edge. If you told yourself every day for 5 years, successful people are always calling me to personally sponsor them into my business, you think you'd have successful people calling you? If you wrote money flows to me, if you said money flows to me easily and effortlessly every day for 5 years, do you think money would be flowing to you easily and effortlessly? Absolutely it would. The thing is, people quit when they don't see money come in 30 days or 90 days. You guys, you have to do it for a long, long time to get it into your subconscious mind. So that's what I want you guys to know from that part of his training. And, he's been in the industry for 26 years, okay? So more than double the time I've been in the industry, he's been in the industry. And when you're doing this, you're going to get some calluses, right? You're not going to be so sensitive after a while. Like, you get your feelings hurt in the beginning because someone says no, or someone tells you you're crazy, or someone makes fun of you for being in USANA, or for sharing it, or being one of those, they call it a scam, or whatever happens, hurts your feelings. You're going to get calluses, and God will give you new hands. Keep pumping, pay off your cars, pay off your credit card debt, set aside 1 year's worth of money. Keep pumping. Don't think you're as good as you are. Keep pumping. Don't stop. Don't celebrate. The law of decreasing responsibility will kick in, and the results is crazy generosity, being able to live a mortgage-free lifestyle. He owns 4 other homes, all completely paid off. He was able to buy his dad a car, buy his mom a house. He's created a whole recreation center in his community, all paid for cash. He's done so many amazing things with his life, and it all came from network marketing. He started out just like us, guys, at the bottom. He started at the bottom. Now he's here. So that's the main things that I learned from his talk. The part that brought me to tears was when he was talking about generosity, when he was talking about being able to buy his mom a house and giving her a purse with $10,000 cash in it, and then taking her into her house. Like, could you imagine doing that for your parents, or for, your loved ones? When he talked about, buying people's stuff on layaway and giving to them, and just like walking off and no one even knows he did it. Man, there were so many things. I didn't write everything down he did, but all that generosity just got to me, because there's just no other way we can do that without network marketing, without our business. So guys, that concludes our training. I just want to encourage you to keep it about other people. Think about the bigger picture of what you're doing, and keep on pumping. I hope you guys have an awesome night. Thank you for attending. We'll talk to you soon. Now stay with me here. We have our calendar of 2016-2017 events that we're going to finish our webinar with. We did 3 big events in 2016. Well, actually, we've done 2 of the 3. We did Las Vegas in April. It's done. We did Salt Lake City in August. That's done. We did Las Vegas in December. That's done. I'm getting a notification that the screen is frozen. Same problem as last time. Dad, I'm just going to continue on. I'm not going to get out and get back in for the sake of the webinar. If you're watching the webinar and the screen's frozen, just bear with me here. Las Vegas in December is coming up in 2 weeks, December 1st through the 4th, 2016. GoPro, Eric Worre himself is going to be there, Mr. GoPro. It's also going to feature Anthony Robbins, Sir Richard Branson, who is the owner of Virgin Records. And Anthony Robbins, of course, is the world famous motivational speaker. And they only allow people on stage who are making 6 figures per month. So it's going to be an amazing, amazing event. Me and my wife are going to be there. And many of our team is going to be there as well. In fact, here's who's going to be there: Randy Viola Krebs, Becky Armstrong, Christian Glad, Phyllis Walker, Stephanie Giles, Byron and Carmen Olaya, and Betty Myers. Big congratulations to each and every one of you. We're excited to be with you in Vegas. It's going to be a blast. For those of you who are not going, you can actually stream it live. You can pay, I don't know what the fee is, but you can pay it, and you can watch the whole program and have a replay of the program as well for those days of training. Everybody needs to mark their calendars in San Antonio for January 12th through the 14th. Challenge You at the La Quinta in San Antonio. Registration is right now $129 for your ticket through January 6th. So make sure you get your ticket. Challenge You is they only allow 6-figure earners and above to be able to speak at this. You're going to learn so much from these top leaders. And it's just the very best thing you can do to start your new year. Now, if you're in Salt Lake City area, Challenge You is January 26th through the 28th. And same thing, same great weekend training. It's going to be at the USANA home office. Now, if you are not in either of these places, if you're not in San Antonio, you're not in Salt Lake City, we encourage you to fly to one of these venues. Fly to come see us in San Antonio, or go out to the one in Salt Lake City. But get there and take your team, because when you can start your year off with professional training, it's going to be tremendous. And it makes such a huge difference to all your prospecting when you have professional training. So please mark your calendars again in San Antonio, January 12th through 14th, and Salt Lake City, January 26th through the 28th. Save the date, Sweet Retreat, February 2nd through the 4th, 2017. It's going to be an amazing event. That's our women's empowerment program, and my mom and my wife are going to be there, as well as many other top female leaders in our team. So that's really an important one. Please save the date. And then the U.S. National Celebration is coming to several cities. It's Houston, Texas, March 4th in Espanol, Washington, D.C., March 18th, Chicago, Illinois, March 25th, San Antonio, Texas, April 1st, and San Diego, California, April 8th. So choose one of those cities, guys. It's real important that you go to an event every quarter and go to these events. Make it a priority. It's going to be huge for your business to get these trainings. And then, of course, the most important event of the year is August 16th through the 19th, 2017. That's USANA's International Convention. This event literally is people from all the different countries, all the different 20 countries USANA's in are going to be there. Dr. Oz speaks there. You'll hear from our founder, Dr. Wentz. It's just the best thing you can do. It's the most important event of the year, the 25th Annual International Convention. And then, of course, mark your calendars, November 8th through the 12th, 5 days in Punta Cana with your USANA family. This is a trip that you can win. You can have it paid for in full, or you can just pay yourself and go with your USANA family, either way. So if you want to find out how to win that, contact your sponsor, your upline in USANA. They can help you and tell you. Texas Associates, this Wednesday, Renee and Megan Martinez are having a mixer at Viper Elite Fitness at 6:30 to 8. And Utah Associates, there's going to be a Health and Freedom on not this Thursday, but next Thursday, December 8th. Actually, no, that's in 2 weeks, December 8th. And mark your calendars. These events are really great for people to take advantage of, especially if you're in that Salt Lake City area. It's the USANA home office. And this is the bins of a picture of the bins of the trunk that I keep in the trunk of my car. I always have GoPro books. I always have GoPro audios. I always have USANA newspapers. I'm always ready. You guys got to be ready. Got to be ready for that next person you can help. If you want to get paid like a pro, you have to be prepared like a pro. When you go to a mixer, make sure you bring your own forms. Make sure you bring your own laptop. Don't rely on your USANA mentor to have all your forms for you. No, you be that leader. You bring your forms. You help your people get started. And that's what's going to make the biggest difference for others, because your mentor can't be with you all the time, right? You always have to be prepared. So that's my encouragement to you, is that, have everything in the trunk of your car ready at all times. And we made it through the end, guys. So now we're going to open it up for questions and comments. We're 9 minutes early on the webinar. I want to just thank you for being on the webinar. And I want to call on a few people that have any comments. We still have a good amount of people that are on the line tonight. I'm going to go to Gloria Medina, our new associate. Gloria, what was the highlight for you on the webinar?
What's the highlight for you on the webinar?
Your line is now unmuted.
Well, I think there were two, like the idea of radical generosity and the affirmations.
Really? Tell me more.
Really? Tell me more.
The idea of making a difference in people's lives. It's like you said, there's nothing more beautiful than generosity and being able to help others without any expectations. Affirmations, I'm a big advocate of vision boards. I have many. So, this is something that I'm excited about. The idea of putting it like in your mirror and just calling out, to the universe, positivity.
And you did find us.
And you did find us.
Yes.
I love it. Well, thank you, Gloria.
I love it. Well, thank you, Gloria. It was great webinar.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to Lillian Galdiano from Texas. Lillian, what was the highlight for you on the webinar tonight? Oh, you have to unmute yourself. Oh, maybe you can unmute. Click to disable their ability to unmute. Oh, I'm not sure if you're able to unmute yourself, Lillian. If you are, please let us know. Let's go to Renee Martinez in Texas. Renee, what was the highlight for you on the webinar? Are you there, Renee? Oh, I guess we lost Renee. Let's go to Claudia Zacharias. What was the highlight for you on the webinar?
Hey, Jared.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. What I appreciated was the fact that you said change is going to happen regardless. So it's better for us to be more intentional and be prepared, and I guess be more responsible for our change. I like that. And then that I've been doing my affirmations because I showed them to you the other day.
Yes.
And
awesome.
The generosity part is amazing, because I was just talking to my sister about that, about how I want to be the one paying for everybody and buying everybody everything. So I just spoke to her about that today. So that's a good goal too of mine.
Oh, I love it. Thank you for sharing, Claudia. You are definitely on the right track.
Thank you, Jared.
Yes, of course. All right, let's go to Dawn Perales calling in from Orlando, Florida on vacation. She's still on the webinar. Dawn, are you there?
Yes, I am. I'm here.
Hey, Dawn, how are you? How's your vacation?
It's going really good. We're having a good time over here.
Oh, awesome. And what was the highlight for you on the webinar?
Wow, I don't think I can really give one highlight. I literally wrote down so many things because every time someone would say something, it kind of would jump out at me that there's just so much good information. Just for one thing, when I do talk to people about USANA, as far as associates and customers, it always has to do with positive people and wellness, not only health-wise but mental, which I just love. It's always something positive, and everyone seems to be just rooting for each other and so positive that I love that. And that always seems to come up. And then, of course, just the affirmations is something I've actually never done, and I wrote them all down, and I just think that's a great idea. I can see where that would, after saying those things, being so positive with yourself so often, those things coming to you, that's a great idea, something I'm definitely going to start doing.
Oh, awesome. And it actually, if you do it in the mirror, that's the best.
So first thing in the morning, I really am going to try it. I've actually never
Awesome.
done that, but I'm going to.
Great, Don. That's exciting. And I just want to give you the heads up that if you feel like, if you have thoughts in your mind that's like, this is ridiculous, or some type of thought that's like, oh, this will never come true, or like, I'm not saying that you will, but if those happen, just remember that those thoughts are just as real as the positive thoughts, and let them be there, but just keep doing it anyways. And eventually, like, you'll go out in your day and something you've been saying and you've been, repeating will actually happen, and you'll be 10 times more excited the next day to do your affirmation.
Right. I'm excited to start them.
Yeah, and it works. It literally, I can just tell you right now that the reason that I got to a full-time income was doing affirmations, like on top of the action.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I am a big proponent of that. In fact, I did an audio in 2006 for the company, for USANA, about affirmations. I'll have to find that and post it and let everybody hear it, because
I would love that.
Okay, I'll do it. I'll find it and let everybody have a copy. It's kind of hard for me to listen to because it's like me talking, but I'm gonna definitely do that for you.
Yeah, it'd be great to share it. So,
awesome.
Thank you,
Don. Thanks, and I'm impressed. You're on the webinar from Orlando,
from Florida.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Way to go. Great commitment.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Karen Stewart in Utah. Karen, I just unmuted you. Are you able to unmute yourself? Looks like we're not able to. Karen, we need to have you start calling in on your telephone, because I would love to talk to you every week. You can watch it on your computer and then call in on your phone, and that way I can unmute your phone. Let's go to Lillian Galdiano. Let's try it again. All right, can you unmute yourself, Lillian? I just unmuted you. There we go. Lillian, what was the highlight for you on the webinar?
Hey, Jared. So much, but I definitely agree with the girls waking up with the intention to give and just being an intentional giver. That's like amazing to be able to bless people with what you've been given. And also, of course, Jesus was a marketer. I love it.
Yeah, I know, huh?
Because, yeah,
he even had someone quit.
I'm sorry?
He even had someone quit.
And I think she came back, though.
No, he's talking about Judas.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about one of my associates.
No.
Yeah, he had people quit, and then he had people, stab him in the back. They turned.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely that's big, because I'm a big believer in reading the Word of God, and then even wanting to improve my personal growth along with that is like very inspiring. And saying that believing in your actions will change, that was another thing. And keep pumping and don't believe the press. There was just so many things, but definitely, I guess the one that stood out the most was practice being generous, which is, I think, what one of the big ones was for a lot of people on the call.
Oh yeah, it is so cool. And even like little acts of generosity is a great place to start. Like, sometimes I can't give away the whole kitchen sink, but I can buy a Starbucks for the guy behind me in line, and like those experiences are so cool, and it just makes you want to do more,
Definitely. Be
Awesome.
be a blessing and you will be blessed. I
Yeah.
believe that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Awesome. Well, thank you, Lillian. It's great to hear your voice, and keep up the great work. Keep pumping.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to caller with area code 253. I just unmuted you. What was the highlight for you on the webinar? Area code 253-226.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jared. Sally Hussein
Oh,
from
hi,
Washington.
Sally.
Hey, I literally just busted in the door to get the tail end of this call because I just came from work, and so I didn't hear what it was about. So I'm probably not a good speaker tonight. So I was going to listen to the questions and see what everybody got from whatever the subject was.
Oh.
Anyhow, I'll let you call somebody else so I can listen.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because you're actually the last person. We ended the webinar early tonight. We finished the content about 8:50. So yeah, so you're the last person I'm calling on right now, but besides my parents. However, this will be turned into a YouTube video, as you know, so that you'll be able to watch it. And it was all about the keynote speaker from the 15 Laws of Growth, Holton Buggs. And everyone is very, very excited about it. So I definitely want to hear what you think about it tomorrow.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Of course, you're welcome. And by the way, kudos to you on getting on the webinar no matter what, and staying really consistent with the webinars. That's very important, and very impressed. I'm really looking forward to meeting you at one of our big events.
I plan on being there in August.
Awesome. All right. I'll see you at convention.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, Sally.
Uh-huh.
All right. See if Renee Martinez is back. Renee, I just unmuted you. Are you available? We may not. Renee's usually on. Okay, he's not on. Randy Viola Krebs, the final word is yours.
Okay, well, Jared, you've done such a great job with Holton. Is it Holton Buggs?
Mm-hmm.
His whole training and your whole training with the webinar. Just I reflect on our whole journey, because our journey's been 11 years, and how we've just kept pumping and pumping and pumping. And from Sherry, who spoke about she was recognized for being in USANA for 10 years. I still remember that presentation in my house 10 years ago. And, the people will stick with you if, those certain people will, and how many lives we've changed together, and what good, friendship we have now. And also, Jared, in 2006, when you did the affirmation video, like for Life Masters,
yeah,
you were pretty much touched so many people in USANA. Like, people would talk about you all the time when we'd run into people, and I was always so proud of you. So our journey together with you too, I mean, we've done so much together, and it's just a fabulous journey, and we keep making so many new relationships with people and changing so many lives together. I just get really moved and touched by this whole webinar. It was just been fantastic.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mom. I really appreciate it. And absolutely, it has been a wonderful journey working with you and being together with you and Dad the whole time. What a blessing it's been.
It has.
Definitely. I think my highlights were, great job, Lily and Galdiano, four clients and one associate last week. Wow, that's an awesome, job for last week with that many clients and associates. It was great hearing Sherry Bender's 10-year story. I love that. One thing I got out of Holton was, 25 years and he's never missed an event. I mean, that's pretty key on, those that are successful attend events. And not only attend, they promote those events as well. And then the keep pumping, change hands if your hand gets tired. But remember, God will give you new hands.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yep. But no, great job summarizing in 4 trainings that 2-day webinar.
Yeah, you did a great job summarizing it, because I've heard him already 2 other times, and I can't believe I had already forgotten a lot of this. And I wrote it down again. I took so many notes tonight. But Sally, yes, definitely watch this one. They're all of the trainings are good, but definitely this is a fabulous training.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Mom and Dad. I really appreciate you. Thank you for all your hard work with these webinars. Thank you for producing them, recording them, posting them, all that you do to make this really work well for our team. We appreciate and love you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to end the webinar by having everyone say good night and God bless. My dad's going to unmute you. And everyone say good night and God bless.
Good night.
Your line is now unmuted.
Good night and God bless.
Good night and God bless. And God bless.
Good night. God bless everyone.